No noise, no warning, the 49ers just did it. They sent a late-round pick to New England and got Keion White, a young pass rusher with size, speed, and serious upside. It wasn't a headline deal, but it hit different, the kind of move that makes other teams double-check what just happened. White is only 26 and already built like a problem. He's explosive off the line, strong in the hands, and has the kind of motor San Francisco loves. They didn't gamble here, they upgraded. For the price of one low pick, they added a player who fits perfectly in a system built on speed and pressure. This trade says everything about the 49ers. They're not chasing attention, they're stacking power. Every move has purpose, and this one might be the quiet turning point of their season. Don't forget to subscribe to Redone Report for more powerful NFL stories. Keion White isn't just another name added to the roster, he's a quiet weapon waiting to explode. The man's built like a linebacker but moves like a sprinter. His athletic score sits near perfect, showing how rare his mix of size and speed really is. The 49ers didn't trade for potential, they traded for performance that's been waiting to shine in the right system. He's 26, strong, and still improving. In New England, he flashed what he could do, but San Francisco gives him something different: freedom. A defense that lets players attack, move fast, and cause chaos. That's where White fits best. His frame, quick hands, and balance make him the kind of player who doesn't just fill space, he changes plays. For the 49ers, this move isn't about depth, it's about adding another threat to a defense that already gives quarterbacks nightmares. With the right coaching and opportunity, Keion White could be the surprise name every team wishes they hadn't ignored. When Keion White rushes the passer, everything speeds up. His first step is sharp, his hands strike fast, and the play starts breaking before blockers even react. The move that defines him is simple but deadly, a double-hand swipe that leaves tackles reaching for air. He fakes one way, cuts the other, and before you know it, the quarterback is already running for his life. This isn't just raw strength, it's timing, balance, and focus. White uses his body like a weapon, mixing power with precision. Against teams like the Bengals and Giants, he's shown that when he wins the first second of a snap, the rest of the play is over. He doesn't need a perfect setup, just one mistake from the lineman in front of him, and he's gone. That kind of pressure is what the 49ers want more of. In a defense built around movement and speed, White's energy fits perfectly. Every rush adds to the chaos, and every snap feels like he's one step from a game-changing play. Keion White isn't limited to the edge. He can line up anywhere and still cause problems. When he moves inside to play defensive tackle, he becomes a mismatch nightmare. Guards and centers just aren't quick enough to keep up with his burst. He slips through small spaces, stays low, and reaches the quarterback before the pocket even forms. That kind of flexibility is gold for the 49ers. Their system loves players who can move across the line, and White fits that mold perfectly. One snap he's outside chasing down a run, the next he's inside blowing up a double team. That mix of size, strength, and quickness gives San Francisco new ways to attack without changing personnel. It's the same formula the 49ers use with players like Charles Omenihu and Malik Collins: build a wall that moves faster than any offense expects. Now, with White added to that rotation, their defensive line just became deeper, faster, and a whole lot scarier. When power meets control, you get Keion White's bull rush. He doesn't dance around linemen, he drives through them. With every push, you see defenders sliding backward, losing ground, and hoping the quarterback gets rid of the ball in time. His hands hit with force, his legs keep moving, and his size takes over. Once he locks in, there's no stopping the collapse. White's strength isn't just about lifting weight, it's about knowing when to use it. He reads when a blocker is off balance and hits right at that moment. You'll see a 300-pound lineman stumble back like he's standing on ice. That's the kind of control most players never master. His awareness and power work together, one sets up the other. For the 49ers, this bull rush adds something extra. It gives them another way to crush the pocket from the middle without blitzing. When White starts pushing through double teams and opening lanes for others, San Francisco's defense won't just be fast, it'll be unstoppable. Keion White isn't just strong, he's smart. He knows when to attack and when to wait. On screen plays, he doesn't fall for the bait. He reads the lineman's movement, tracks the ball, and closes the gap fast. That kind of awareness doesn't always show on highlight reels, but it wins downs and stops drives. His improvement against the run has been just as impressive. White sets the edge, stays disciplined, and forces running backs back inside where help is waiting. Even when the play moves away from him, he doesn't quit. He chases it down, using his speed and length to finish what others start. That effort is what coaches love: consistent, smart, and aggressive. For a defense like San Francisco's, players who think and react this quickly are gold. White's instincts make him dangerous beyond raw athletic ability. He's learning to control games with patience and power, turning small plays into big defensive stops. Every player has something to sharpen, and for Keion White, it's all about polish. His pass rush moves work, but he needs a few more counters when linemen block his first step. Sometimes his pad level gets too high, giving shorter blockers a chance to get under him and push him off balance. It's not a lack of effort, it's just technique that still needs fine-tuning. At 6'5", it's easy for leverage to slip, but that's where coaching comes in. Working daily with Chris Kokurek and alongside Nick Bosa, White is in the perfect place to clean up those small details. The 49ers have a history of turning raw talent into finished products, and White has every tool to be next in line. His flaws aren't weaknesses, they're opportunities. With the right reps, he can turn those little mistakes into strengths. Once his hand control and pad level catch up to his power, he'll go from promising to problem very fast. This trade wasn't just smart, it was classic 49ers football. They added talent without overspending and found a player who fits exactly what they do best. Keion White brings energy, flexibility, and a style that matches their defensive identity. One moment he's crushing the edge, the next he's splitting double teams inside. That's the kind of depth championship teams rely on. White's under contract through 2026, giving San Francisco time to develop him without pressure. And in a defense built on rotation and aggression, he won't just be filling space, he'll be unleashed. Every snap he plays is another chance for the 49ers to hit harder, move faster, and force more mistakes. In the end, this deal says one thing loud and clear. The 49ers aren't waiting around. They're loading up for another run, and Keion White might be the silent piece that makes their defense even more dangerous. Blessings to all my Red Zone Report subscribers, family. Your support means everything. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and I catch you in the next one.